Hi, I'm Big Sis, and you're watching Real Black. Recently, I had the chance to speak with Harry Belafonte when he appeared at the University of Pennsylvania. He's a living legend who has a very interesting perspective on the power of film and the role we play in them.
Well, film is used as a powerful weapon of communication, for good and for evil. The technology itself is really quite remarkable, and I think it has given great opportunity to human life to be able to record, to document, to tell stories, to make the world indelible and put it in a place that can be forever. It's a remarkable power. What we do with it in the final analysis will define, has it been used to truly enhance humanity, or has it been used to suffocate the life out of all living things? So that means that we have a great challenge in how we apply technology and what we're doing to people.
You declined to appear in Porgy and Bess. Can you explain why this was such a controversial move?
The things must be put into a context, because I'm quite sure that 1,000 years from now, when people are looking back at this time in history, Porgy and Bess and a host of things that have caused so much discontent and so many conflicts and problems, perhaps won't even any longer be on the agenda or on the menu. But in its time, Porgy and Bess to me was always an instrument that worried me, a work of art that worried me. How people applied it worried me. Du Bois Haywood, who wrote the book, was a declared racist, and he had written many racist pieces, always talking in some paternalistic way, and sometimes not so paternalistic, about people of color. When he wrote the libretto and the story to Porgy and Bess, if you look closely at the story, the leading man is on his knees. The next leading man is a pimp and a cocaine dealer. The lead lady in the film is a prostitute, and the other leading man in the play is a rapist. So that is the collectivity of blackness in this little Catfish Row place. My concern at the time when this picture was coming out is that we represent far more in life. Had it not been for the remarkable music and the lyrics of George and Ira Gershwin, I'm not too sure that Porgy and Bess would have endured, or at least reached the levels of popularity that it did. And in those days, in the height of the civil rights movement, it was a way in which to say, we have to become more aware of our capacity to pick and choose. All the artists, all the people who are emerging, we have choices that can be made. And I've chosen to make this choice because I think the piece is fundamentally racist. I kind of love the songs myself, but it's what it is.
Is there a role that you played in film that you're most proud of?
I would say that my first chance to step back and look at something that came my way in a generous environment. I mean, I had the right director, I had the right script. Was a film called Odds Against Tomorrow. The most recent experience that I've had in films that I like very much is the work that I did with Robert Altman in a film called Kansas City. Those two works, I think, are tucked neatly into my place of appreciation.
Okay, and what is it about that role that you admired the most in your acting ability?
Well, Bob Altman, as a director, someone whom I worked with on the part, in its creation, gave me the opportunity to work as an actor in a very liberated sense. most of black life in America is behind a mask. It has to be. As a matter of fact, most of America and all of its citizens, we live behind masks. We wake up in the morning, we lie to each other. We walk into the office where we don't like the boss, we have to act like we do. We say and we do things that are always about image and what is the preferred image at a preferred moment. And black actors, I think, have long since stepped away from the heart and the soul of who we really are, because their bankability lies in the capacity that they will reflect and reveal those characters that satisfies the taste of the popular culture and what white folks say we are. We have very rarely ever stepped away from that stream of representation. I think we have to become more selective. What was done for me in both of these roles was that I was given an opportunity to play the part to the fullness of my blackness. And I had to hide very little about who I was and what my choices were.
Be sure to check out our website, www.reelblack.com, for the best in African American films and chances to win DVDs like this one, personally signed by Harry Belafonte.